I'm going to show you how to make a spreadsheet that has the data and the calculations here. So make a new Google Sheet. And once it's all loaded, right, give it a name like moving plots or something like that, right? And then this is time in seconds is our first column. Our next one is position in centimeters. And then I'm using the tab key to move to the right. And then this is going to be velocity, and that's going to be centimeters per second, right? And you want to type in your positions in this column here. I just typed mine in really fast there. Okay, so this is where the where it fell every 60th of a second. Okay, and then for time, the first time make it 0. The next time make it 1/60th of a second, which by the way is 0.01 and then a lot of 6s. There we go. Whoa, a lot of 6s, right? A ridiculous amount of 6s, right? Now to fill that down, you don't have to keep figuring out 60ths of a second. To fill down, what you do is you just select these two like that. So you have to select 2. Now see that lower right corner thing, right? You're going to take that and swipe it down, right? You're going to drag that thing down. There we go. And that does the, that counts by 60ths of a second. It's clever, right? And then let's clean that up. I'm clicking on that thing. I think 3 sig figs looks good, right? We're probably accurate to 1,000ths of a second, right? And then this column here, whoops, I keep scrolling sideways. This column here, we want this to be, see how the 43.0, if you don't manage the decimal place on that, you want to do this until everything, even the ones that end up in a 0, have a decimal place. Because if it's 0, you measured it and it was 0, right? Okay. And then our velocity, I'm going to put a 0 there. Now I may get rid of that 0 when I look at the velocity graph, but I'm going to put a 0 there just to begin with and start your formula here, okay? So to calculate the velocity, you're going to say equals. So that starts a formula, right? Then you have to do parentheses. And what it's going to be is it's going to be how far we went in the last 60th of a second divided by a 60th of a second. So this is how far we went. We went from, we ended up there, right? And then we subtract this, right? So B3 minus B2, those are the cell addresses. That's how far I went in the last 60th of a second. And then I want to divide by a 60th of a second. Okay. And then hit enter. And then I can fill that down, right? So again, it's this guy minus this guy divided by 1/60th. And then I can grab this and fill that down, right? Oh, here comes Shannon. All right. All right. And I'm going to fill that down. There it is. Okay. And that is how to do the calculations. One last thing here. Watch, you can rename these. So this is data and calculations. All right. There we go. That's the first part. And I'll show you the graphs. I'll do a separate video for the graphs.